Thank you, Abraham. Abraham, it's been a great day. This is like some of the best for me today. And I want to have this thrilling life experience. I don't want to just pay bills and go through the motions. I want to take it up a notch. And I know you want that for me as well. And I would say for the majority of the time I do that. But
is taking it up a notch having more fantastic manifestations? We just want to get a sense of what you mean. Or is taking it up a notch consciously dovetailing with source so that every moment is one of deliberate dance or deliberate cooperative components? Does it feel to you that you're thinking more about things, or are you thinking more about how the experiences feel?
I want to go and feel. I want that more of that connection. And I seem to have it, but I want it more. And I wonder if I'm trying too hard sometimes. I want to experience more. I want to do more. I want to have more fun.
Does it seem logical? Does it feel to you like you now know that the emphasis is on focusing rather than doing?
Yes.
And does it seem logical to you that the focus will lead to action, but it's not the action you're looking for, it's the focus?
Yes. I'll have to say, though, that to couch that, I sometimes will say, whoops, I need to be more responsible. I'll catch myself in that. I could be with my granddaughters at the park and hours have gone by and it's like, oh, I probably had to do a little work today. Or I get up in the morning and instead of going to work or starting to work, I'll say, let's go to the ocean. And I catch myself saying, maybe I'm a little irresponsible. And
there's a lot of programming or believing that has been taking place. This is not a conversation about no action. It's a conversation about thoughtful, inspired action. And so you have to find that balance. For example, let's say that you've been really after it. You've been being really responsible, diligent in the way that humans are. And so you're not going to the well of resources as much. You're finding yourself feeling depleted. And so you decide that you will take a day and just do something that feels good just to you. So you feel the relief of that depletion. So then let's say you're at the beach. Let's say in this example that you're even by yourself. So you're at the beach, you're by yourself, you relax a little bit, and then thoughts begin to flow to you. And you feel good. The thoughts that are coming are just flowing easily into your mind. They feel good when you think them. You don't really feel like jumping right up and putting anything to action right now, although you can imagine yourself doing that. And so under these conditions, you're really in balance. Your contrast caused you to want something different. You went and you followed the inspiration and found something different, and you are now more in vibrational balance in your ease and relief on the beach than you were when you were pushing so hard and feeling depleted. In other words, the beach is replenishing you. But now let's say that you're lying there and you're actually thinking thoughts about what you should do, and you're resisting those thoughts. I should be doing this, but I don't want to do it. I should be doing this, but I'm tired. Well, now your beach replenishment is over, because now you're using your mind to split your energy again. So you might as well be at work depleting yourself than on the beach worried about. And so it isn't about the action, it's about how you feel. You could be at work doing something that you really enjoy doing, so tuned in and tapped in and turned on that the ideas are flowing. You could be as replenished at work as you are on the beach. You could be on the beach so bored and feeling uncomfortable about what you're not doing that you're getting no replenishment on the beach, even though you're offering no action. So it doesn't matter what you're doing, it only matters how you're feeling. And so what we would do if we were standing or lying on the beach in your physical bathing suit we would care about how we feel, and we'd keep doing whatever feels good until we feel a little edge to it, and then we'd figure out something else. In other words, just keep following the good feeling. Keep following the good feeling. Esther and Jerry would go to the beach in La Jolla beautiful rocks. They loved to go and lay on those rocks, and they would put themselves out in the sun, and within about 10 minutes Jerry's fingers were thumping on the rock because he was thinking of things that he wanted to get up and do. And Esther would say, "It's about over, isn't it?" Because she knew that he only had so much of that he could stand. In other words, he wanted to follow through with the action of his mind that was moving. And so Esther would try to distract him. Oh, look over there. Oh, look over there. Look over there. But it wasn't very long before his desire to move forward was calling him to something else. So she'd see him sit up, and he'd take his notebook and he'd begin writing. And then before they knew it, they were off again. So it's a matter of finding what feels good and staying there as long as it feels good. Nothing's going to feel good very long, because you are responsive beings and you are being called. And so the thing that we really want to emphasize is, if you are so depleted that you need a day off, you're not thinking right when you're doing whatever it is that you're doing that's causing the depletion. You want to be replenishing yourself all day, every day. So often people think that creation is about finding some big thing, their lifelong dream about something, and then finding a way to making it happen, and that's what creation is. What creation is launching a rocket and lining up with it, and launching a rocket and lining up with it. What creation is really about, deliberate creation, is about the balance of energies. Because you could know nothing about any of this, and your life would be filling your vibrational reality full of all kinds of requests. And you could know nothing about this, and source would be calling together all cooperative components for what you've asked for. You could know nothing about this, and your inner being could be standing there in the fulfillment of all that you are, offering you a vibrational frequency in relationship to what you're offering. You could know nothing about anything if the only thing you knew was that you want to feel good, and you had found out which thoughts feel better than others, and so you were gravitating to the best feeling thoughts. You would be a master of creation and never hear a word about law of attraction. And those around you, if they said, "What's the secret to your success?" you would say, "I just follow the good feeling. I follow my bliss. I do what feels good." And most would criticize you and call you irresponsible, but they don't know how to tap into the leverage that creates worlds either, in most cases, you see. So you have to figure it out for yourself. You have to figure out what feels best. You have to figure out which thoughts take you down the rabbit hole, and which thoughts take you soaring with the eagles. You have to think, which thoughts feel the best to you, which thoughts feel the worst to you, and then just guide yourself. And then you just get more and more discriminating, more and more picky about what feels good, because thoughts that felt really good before aren't going to continue to be the ones that call you, because you are moving forward all the time. You are such an evolutionary, you are such an expanding being that you just can't stand still. Life won't let you stop expanding. So really what we talk about all day, every day, is about breaking loose of those habits that are holding you back from where you have naturally gone. That's really all that this is about, you see. And where you're naturally going isn't necessarily being satisfied at work. Often work is the means to which you create the income to really soar the way you want to. It doesn't need to be that way. You can soar in anything. Esther remembers as a child. Her sister remembers it differently, but of course Esther's right. It was the girls' job when they came home from school to get the house in order before their parents came home from work. And so they would make games of it. They would split the house in half. There were 3 of them, but only 2 at a time because of their age difference were doing this. So they would split the house in half, and they would make up a game. And the game was so fun that cleaning the house was irrelevant. In other words, the house cleaning wasn't what it was about. It was the game that they conjured that the house cleaning sort of dovetailed into. And to this day, Esther plays some of those games while she makes her bed and while she does different things, just because it's fun. Just because it's fun. Esther says the game was the queen is coming, and we must have the castle clean before the queen gets here. And Becky remembers Esther as being the queen. Esther doesn't remember it that way. Esther remembers an outside queen coming. Anyway, anything that it takes to make whatever you're doing fun. Yes?
Yeah, that's
something more?
No, that's really good, as always. Yeah. Thank you.